Before the EFF, no one knew there was Parliament channel on TV. Nobody cared. People used to vote and just go home. And then they will wake up after 5 years to go and vote again. Voting for what they don't know. But we made them aware that after voting and sending people to Parliament, you can watch them every day on 408 and see who's sleeping and who's not sleeping, so that you can make an informed decision when the next election comes. They said the youth of South Africa is no longer interested in politics. The EFF arrived and revived the interest of the youth in politics. And if you want to argue, you'll go and argue with your cousin there, because scientifically, go to every university, go to every TVET college, the youth of South Africa have said, we are on the side of the EFF. Now, the youth at universities and TVET colleges, they are the young intelligentsia. They know how to read, they know how to analyze, they know how to make things make sense. So after reading, they want to understand what makes sense here. And the youth of South Africa have responded through their vote that the only organization that makes sense is the EFF. You cannot lie to those youth in the universities with 350. You can't lie to them with RDP houses. You can't lie to them with food parcels. Even if you give them NSFAS, even if you give them money for accommodation and allowances, you will never bribe them with those types of gifts. All they want is what makes sense. The EFF makes sense. That's why we are on the side of the EFF. The youth of South Africa said, 10 years of mediocrity is not, 30 years of mediocrity is not what we are going to associate with. 30 years of laziness, of lazing around and driving in German machines and with blue lights, thinking that glory is power. The youth know the difference between glory and power. A lot of people do not know what is the difference between glory and power. They think being driven around, they think doors being opened for you, they think having bodyguards, that is power. That is not power. Power is controlling the treasury of South Africa and allocating resources to the previously disadvantaged people and ensuring that the oppressed benefit from the resources of South Africa. As we speak today, the treasury of South Africa is controlled by white Afrikaners, females. That thing that you call person, how the civil servants get paid. No single African person knows that. It's only known by Afrikaners. So if you fire these Afrikaners, or if this Afrikaners sabotage you, you will not know how to pay the civil servants. So that's how much they are scared of the Afrikaners, because the Afrikaners, when they left power, they said, we can leave anything, but we will not leave you with this purse. That's why everybody who goes into treasury, they go as revolutionaries. The next morning, they will be explaining to you how impossible it is to transform treasury. One such example is David Masondo, Deputy Minister of Finance, a leftist of note, a radical of note. Today, David Masondo is at the center of explaining why there cannot be transformation in the treasury. Because the white Afrikaner establishment captured him. And not only captured him, delivered him to Trevor Manuel, and ultimately delivered him to the Ruperts. And he thinks because he sees Trevor Manuel at night and see the Rupert at night, therefore he's going to be a minister of finance. For you to be a minister of finance, you must be disciplined and leave these things of yours of left and socialism and all of that. Focus on being a minister of finance, because from being a minister of finance, you are possibly going to be a president. Then they abandon their political principle for political expediency. Hence, there is no transformation at the Treasury. The economy is stagnant. Our people are excluded. The economy is not producing jobs. The economy is not producing quality houses for our people. There can never be jobs without manufacturing. And why will there not be a manufacturing? Because white people have got money and they've installed it in the banks. They are not reinvesting it back into the economy of South Africa and manufacture and produce from South Africa. And when you do that, you create jobs.